Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here today. Hi, Mary, Margaret, Lauren, Dawn. Hi, Eva. Did I pronounce that correctly? Right. So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes just to see if anyone else joins. Um, but what we're going to be going over today is a little bit of an introduction um, of myself and aromatherapy and Reiki and my personal journey, how the line was cultivated. Um, then we're going to touch on the distribution company a little bit, ways to use aromatherapy, and I'm going to show you some of the products that we were able to pick up yesterday. They're all done. Um, and then I would like you to keep an eye out and a pen handy because if anything catches your attention, you can order it. Um, We'll go over the blends, we'll review the bundles, and then a final note on what's to come. And if you have any questions, we'll take them at the end. Right now, I will say that the products are only being shipped within the US. It's kind of a first phase launch, so there is going to be more to come. And we will go ahead. Let's see here. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Here we go. And we'll just start today by calling in God, source, universe, great spirit, whatever it is that you resonate with. The Reiki energy, so animal Reiki energy, Sui Holy Fire Reiki energy, Karuna Reiki energy. All of our symbols that we have attained in this life, in past lives, and any that are to come. Asking that these products find the people that need them, the companies that need them, and that they just shine their light and help those who they would benefit. And I am going to work to stay grounded in my energy. So, oh, there we go. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for joining. Hey. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start. This is the Dragonfly Botanicals product line introduction and launch with me, Sarah Spangler. Thank you. So a little about me. I'm a Yusui Holy Fire 3 Karuna and Animal Reiki Master. I am a NAHA certified level 2 clinical aromatherapist. I'm a wife and a mother of a beautiful baby boy who's about to turn 2. I'm an animal guardian. I have a dog, 2 cats, and I'm kind of accruing more cats. So I have Lakitu in here with me. She's looking for a home, and then I have a cat outside that's come to be friends with me. And I'm a small business owner. Things that I love getting lost in nature, photography, music and singing, writing poetry, meditating, dancing, playing with the animals, my son, my husband, gardening, cooking and baking, building, creating, traveling, art, and talking to animals, etc., and using my gifts and knowledge to help others. So, what led me to aromatherapy and Reiki? It was kind of a last ditch effort for me coming back to myself and my body. I was experiencing migraines, autoimmune diagnosis, unexplainable issues that were getting worse. So it was within 6 months that I lost my pancreas and gallbladder. And in a year and a half to 2 year time span, um, I had six back-to-back concussions that led to a traumatic brain injury. And that was all well with the pancreas and gallbladder as well. CPTSD, mental and emotional flashbacks, panic attacks, and anxiety attacks, just stuck in freeze mode, crippling depression, and bed rotting. The anxiety was terrible. I was very afraid to drive, go to appointments, or leave my home by myself. So the medications weren't solving the problems. They were slapping a band-aid on something that definitely needed holistic attention and healing. And come to find out with working with a shaman, starting the aromatherapy and Reiki, these weren't just physical, mental, and emotional pains. There was definitely a spiritual element that I had been taught to ignore, and I feel like we're all kind of taught to ignore. So I decided to follow my intuition and take matters into my own hands because if I knew that I wanted to feel better, I needed to do something for myself. And this line was cultivated for you to be able to do the same. So these products are 100% therapeutic grade essential oils. There's no fillers, they're pure, they're all first press, and they're used nationwide in clinical and hospital settings. So they can be used at home for your own personal use or in conjunction with your office or business, using with clients. Essential oils promote a healing response within the body instead of attacking the symptoms. So, a great example of this is bergamot and depression. Um, the bergamot pushes the system to produce more serotonin and initiate a healing response. And another great thing about botanicals or essential oils is that we don't build a tolerance to them the same way that we would a pharmaceutical or an over-the-counter medication. So you're never going to need to up your dosage, essentially. And the blends are focused on treating the individuals holistically. So they're infused with Reiki and they're made to focus on the parasympathetic nervous system. And we have research that shows that Reiki works on the parasympathetic nervous system. So when you put both together, it really is just this beautiful combination that enhances holistic health. They're pure quality ingredients for overall health. And they're plant medicines that holistically support physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual aspects. So they can alleviate pain. And if your pain's severe, I found that they at least take the edge off so that it's a little bit more bearable. They're really great with grounding your thoughts and helping you stay present in the moment. And they're uplifting and they can assist in shifting your emotional state because they are working with your neuronal pathways. You know, when you smell them, they help expand and build new neuronal pathways. And spiritual support as well. So plants and Reiki together bring a whole new dynamic to connecting with your higher self, the divine Mother Earth, and your individual healing needs. So whatever you are open to, they will support you with it. A little bit about the distribution company. The oil distributor is a family-owned and operated business, meaning that everything is blended in their house and manufactured in-house. And they've been committed to distributing high-quality oils for over 21 years. As I mentioned earlier, their oils are therapeutic grade, meaning that all of their oils are first press. So the earlier the press, the stronger the oil. And due to their high potency, these oils are trusted in over 450 healthcare facilities and hospitals nationwide. And a little bit goes a very long way. So ways that you can use aromatherapy. You can use them in a diffuser. So we have the blended oil. This is an example. It's 15 milliliter blended oil. And you can put this into a diffuser. You add the desired amount of drops into the diffuser. So if you don't want it to be too strong, you could do like 5 drops. If you want it to be stronger, you could do 10 to 15. They're perfect for home and or an office environment. Um, Another thing that I'll mention about the blended oils is that they're not just for diffuser because they are first press. You can also put these into like just a standard base cream that you have at home um, to use topically. So if you really like the smell of them and you want to use it as like a perfume or to help with any of um, yeah, anything that you're struggling with, like if the oil is good and will support the healing modality, you can put it on your body through a cream. You could also make a roll-on for yourself using a carrier oil and just diluting it, um, or making a spray. So these blended oils are um, they're diverse. And then we have the inhaler. So this is our inhaler. And I have an example of this. I'm not going to open that one, but this is one that I made. And these you can use, you just want to keep them 6 inches away from your nose. They're not like a Vicks inhaler where you would put it like right up to your nostril. So they can be held or they can be sat on a desk or by wherever you are. So I've just got this one down by my computer and I'm still smelling the effects of it. And they're really great for traveling. I've also even seen like PT. They have the little desks, the rolling desks where they walk around and they have their laptop. Perfect setting for that as well. And then we have the topical cream. So just a scoop or a dab of cream onto the tip of your finger and apply to the desired area. So we're looking from joint to joint, right? So if you have a little bit on the tip of your finger, you can apply it, and that should be all you need from joint to joint. And then same from like elbow to shoulder, you should only need a little bit, and a little bit will go a long way. Now I will say with the lavender, this it's a body cream, so you can use this however you want. A little bit will still go a long way, but if you want to use more, this is more for something like warm embrace, which I'll get into the blends here in just a minute, but those are more area specific. And then we have the roll-ons. So this is what they look like. You can apply to the pulse points or the bottom of your feet for best absorption. So our skin is the largest organ that we have on our body. So, and the bottoms of our feet have the largest pores. So if you're really wanting to get the benefits of the oils into your bloodstream, I highly recommend applying to the bottom of your feet. Of course, putting them on the pulse points, that will act within the area. And it can still get into the bloodstream, but bottom of the feet is your go-to if you're having overall pain or all over body pain. And then we have the mist. So this is a two ounce spray mist bottle. And you can spray this in your car or room. You can also spray it onto your bedding, your clothing, your hair. It's really versatile that way. And next we have our blends. So this is where if you're interested in anything and you want to take note of something to order, maybe just jotting down the blends that you're interested in because we'll be going over um, the packages after this. So if you want to place an order, you can do that. And we are, once again, just shipping within the US right now as a first phase launch. So, first we have Meditate. This oil is great for mindfulness activities. It's wonderful for protecting and grounding your energy, expanding your connection to the divine or your higher self. It's very peaceful and calming, and it assists with pain and stress relief. It also helps with concentration and focus. So, all of the things that you need to have a good meditative experience. And it enhances your cognition. So, if you're a neurospicy individual like me, this is going to be an amazing oil for you. The scent profile is fresh, woodsy, uplifting, herbal, and it has mild citrus and earthy undertones. And of course, the oils used in this are down on the bottom right hand corner. And then we have Femme. This is a really beautiful product for anyone who struggles with PMS, PMDD, or menopausal symptoms because it balances out your hormones, your mood swings, and it can assist with any pain that you're having. It also eases stress and tension, and it promotes inner harmony. The scent profile is floral, sweet, warm, earthy, woody, and herbaceous. Definitely a favorite. Also, I would like to add too, this one has lang lang. So a lot of people I have found, and with patchouli and lang lang in particular, you either love it or you hate it. Um, and I have found that this femme doesn't have, it's not an overbearing smell because it's so well blended. The lang lang doesn't stand out individually. Um, so if you're one of those people that are on the fence, I would still encourage you to try it. Next, we have Rejuvenate. So this is definitely going to be really great for those with PTSD and CPTSD. Um, your body's flooded with cortisol, and Rejuvenate is wonderful for calming and relaxing your nervous system. Um, it will help people get very good sleep. But if you are in a state of having too much cortisol, this is a good one for all day wear. It helps you unwind from stress, and it also eases physical, mental, and emotional tension. So this one is made with nature's volume, so it's great for anybody that has anxiety. The scent profile is herbaceous, soft, woody, floral, and mildly sweet. Next, we have lavender. So lavender is great for so many different things. Definitely going to be something that you would want to keep in your first aid kit because it's great for bug bites and minor burns. So if you get a sunburn or a burn from the stove, you can just put a little bit on and it really does help. It's also great for radiation burn for cancer patients. Um, Good for emotional balance, relaxation, stress relief, emotional balance, meditation, inflammation, and just soothing. It's a very soothing scent. Um, its scent profile is soft, floral, and sweet. And it is straight 100% lavender. And next we have Warm Embrace. So this is a go-to. Um, and it because it does so much. It promotes skin recovery. So it's great for anybody who's a post-op patient. Basically, you just want to apply it to the skin that's around the wound because it enhances the circulation. So it's going to bring more blood flow to that area so that healing takes place quicker and it will help relieve pain and you'll bounce back a lot quicker with it because it improves circulation. Um, and it provides relief from autoimmune discomfort, chronic pain, arthritis, migraine. It's great for grief as well, stress, anxiety, nervousness, and panic attacks. Um, this is something that I use quite often, and on I will tell you on days where I'm having a lot of pain, it smells like warm honey, like it smells like honey to me. Um, and it just feels like a hug. So the scent profile is herbaceous, earthy, soft, floral, and mildly sweet. And also it has myrrh in it, so very good for cancer patients. Next, we have Reiki and balancing. So this is great to use during sessions because it opens up your the client's pathways, the neuronal pathways, and energies to be more accepting with the Reiki session. It's great during a session for both the client and practitioner because it is a transformative scent. It clears mental distractions. It promotes energetic alignment. A deeper mental and spiritual focus come into play with this. It provides emotional stability, energetic flow, and creates a sacred space prior to and during sessions. The scent profile is woody, herbaceous, citrusy, earthy, and mildly sweet. And then we have the chakra mist set. So each chakra here is listed beside the mist name. So ground is for the root chakra, and it really assists with anchoring mind and spirit while grounding the energy. It's spicy, rich, earthy, and warm. We have create for the sacral chakra, which fosters vitality, emotional stability, and inspiring creative passion with a sense of well-being. It's citrusy, warm, mild sweetness, woody, and refreshing. It has like a refreshing floral smell to it. Um, and I'm just kind of getting like a little nudge on the shoulder too to address that, when you use these scents, yes, you are using them as for clinical reasons, but you can also tap in and use them for the spiritual reasons. So if, for instance, you're working with a client and you can tell that they are struggling with grounding, or if their root chakra just feels really out of whack, or there's a lot of instability going on in their life, you can use ground within the session, and you can work with the oil to call in a specific archangel or Reiki guide or deity to come in and really assist you in that work. Um, and beautiful things happen that way. And next, we have empowered for the solar plexus, providing confidence and empowering you to step into your brightest, most beautiful self. It's floral, earthy, sweet, mildly herbaceous, woody, and sweet. Open for the heart chakra, promotes emotional healing, love, and compassion, cultivating inner peace and deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. Also, really good for letting go of grief. It's sweet, floral, warm, soft, citrus, and herbal. Truth for the throat chakra aids for you to step into your true self expression so you can communicate more authentically. It's citrusy, floral, fresh, mildly herbaceous, uplifting, and sweet. And then we have vision for the third eye, which assists in inner wisdom, clarity, awareness. Perfect for self reflection, insight, and deep meditation. It's spicy, earthy, warm, and it has a crisp citrus smell with it as well. Connection for the crown chakra, something I'm wearing today. It's a go-to of mine. Promotes inner peace, delivering clarity, thus opening your spiritual crown to connect with higher consciousnesses. It's perfect for spiritual growth, meditation, and deep reflection. It's floral, bright, citrusy, soft, sweet, and herbaceous. Next, we have the blended oils. So these are kind of split into two separate bundles. but we'll go over all of them real quick. Joy lifts your mood and assists with productivity. It gives you the feeling of summer no matter the season, and it is very helpful with seasonal affective disorder. So because it smells warm, spicy, herbal, and has a mild citrus smell, it literally smells like sunshine. It's very uplifting and bright. And then we have ease, which takes the edge off and grounds your energy during any sort of stressful moment. It promotes relaxation and assists you in finding your center. It assists with melting tension away, and it's blended for to soothe your nervous system and bring you into a place of calm, peace, and ease. So this one is going to be an essential go-to for self-care. It's woody, floral, earthy, sweet, and has herbal undertones. Peace, uplifting, calming, soothes the mind, body, and spirit, and it creates a peaceful, connected environment. It's floral, sweet, soft, fresh, and it has slight citrus undertones. Next, we have wellness. So this is going to be Dragonfly's version of Thieves, or I think another one is called like Immune Plus. This one is a potent immune stimulator and an antiviral to reduce any sort of chances in illness. It supports respiratory health and just overall wellness, because what it does is it cleans the air in the environment, refreshing it and purifying the air to spark your body's natural immune response. This one's going to be essential for wellness. This would be great for classrooms, home environment, office environments, really anywhere during flu season, or if there's, if anybody's just has like an upper respiratory illness. It's herbaceous, citrusy, crisp, and spicy undertones. Next, we have clarity. This one is going to be really great for anyone that's navigating depression, ADHD, or ADD, because it's very uplifting for the mood. And it also assists with sharpness, clarity, focus, and motivation. It's fresh, crisp, herbaceous, and mildly citrusy. Last but not least, we have warm and cozy. So warm and cozy is very uplifting. It's antimicrobial, antioxidant, as well as anti-inflammatory, which can assist in alleviating headaches. It grounds anxious energy and brings clarity, focus, and overall mental well-being into an environment. It's spicy and warm. And one of the things that I love about scents is that they create a space. I don't know how many times I've had a smell just randomly bring back a joyful moment, or something that meant a lot to me, like a moment that meant a lot. And for me, when I smell warm and cozy, I think of a very cold day, curled up on the sofa with a cup of tea. Um, and that's essentially what these blended oils can do for your environment, right? So if you work in an office setting and you have people that come in, you can provide that comfort, um, and have them associate your office with whatever smell is coming in and bringing good memories, or just peace and calm. So phase one bundles, here we go. We have our practitioner bundle. We have two bundles for this. We have an introductory and an advanced. So the introductory includes the Meditate Roll-On, Reiki and Balance Mist, along with a Reiki and Balancing 15 milliliter oil, a lavender inhaler, and 2 free months of Balance membership, which is valued at $110 USD. So the total value of this package here is 108 USD. We have the list price that it will be at 95 USD. However, we do have special January pricing, so it's marked at $75. through the month of January. Next, we have the Advanced Practitioner Bundle, which includes basically everything that the introductory bundle includes, except for this one has the complete chakra mist set. And instead of 2 free months of balance membership, you get 2 months of the Thrive membership, which is valued at 180 USD. So the total value for this package is 379. We have our list price that will be set at 247. And for the month of January, the price is 199. And then we have our chakra mist set. So each spray assists in opening and supporting and balancing the specific chakra. So you get all of the chakra mists and 2-month balance membership that is valued at 110 USD. The total value of this package is 225 USD. Our list price is going to be 150. January pricing is 125. And then we have our lavender set. So with this comes the roll-on, cream, inhaler, mist, a 15 milliliter oil, 2-month Calm membership, which is valued at $40 USD, and 2 free Align group meeting seats, which is valued at 40 USD. So the total value of this package is 180. We're going to be listing it for 125, and for January, it's 110. And this would probably be a good, so this is all of the lavender, and hold it. So this is everything. Plus you get the memberships and meeting seats. And if you're already paying for a membership too, it's really nice because you can just stop paying for a couple months and have your aromatherapy set and have your membership and just kind of sit down and go into that meditative state. Use the creams, you ground your energy, and work on some healing. Next, we have the Rejuvenate set. So this one includes a roll-on, a cream, a 15 milliliter oil, a lavender inhaler, and 2 months of the Calm membership and 2 free Align group meeting seats. The total value of this package is 175. The list price will be 95. So January pricing is 84. And we really tried to make sure that there were pricings for everyone. Next, we have the Warm Embrace set, which includes the roll-on cream and a lavender inhaler, as well as the 2-month Calm membership and the 2 free Align group meeting seats. The total value of this package is 150. The list price is 70, and January pricing is 60. And then we have Her, Made for Her, where you get the Femme Roll-On, a Rejuvenate cream, a Warm Embrace cream, a lavender inhaler, and 2 free months of balance membership valued at 110 USD. The total value of this package is $209. The list price is 99, and January pricing is $84. Next, we have our blended oil bundles. So we have the partial bundle and the complete bundle. The partial includes Joy, Ease, Reiki, and Balancing blended oils, along with 2 months of the balance membership valued at 110. So the total value is 205. List price is 95, and January pricing is 85. And then we have the complete bundle. So we have the Joy, Ease, Reiki, and Balancing, but we also have Peace, Wellness, Clarity, and Warm and Cozy, where you get 4 months of the balance membership. It's valued at 220 USD. So the total value of this package is 410 USD. The list price will be 190, and January pricing is 170. And keep your eyes peeled because aromatherapy classes are going to be coming, where we will go over and review over um, 50 oils. You'll get more in-depth information, learn how to use the oils, how to blend them properly. It's really a deep dive, and I'm excited. I'm still developing it, but it's coming. All right. Hi.
Uh, okay, so I was the one I told her yesterday. I was like, we're not going into Canada. We'll start in the US, even though I'm in Canada and she's in the US. And as I'm making my list of things that, I need to order, I'm like, we are going to have to ship in Canada. So I'm going to figure that out ASAP. Um, but I just want to thank Sarah. And, this is a perfect example of the strength of a community. And so I have, after years of kind of holding myself out as an Amazon mom, an Uber Eats mom, like I didn't cook, I didn't, highly processed was, all of that. I've discovered my own joy in foraging and, I have a daughter who's, besides my own health issues, I have a daughter that's dealing with some pretty severe chronic illness issues right now. And this is all stuff that I dreamed of doing, but I don't have the knowledge. And that's the strength of community. Sarah has the knowledge. Um, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a community. So we are really, I'm just so thrilled that Dragonfly has Sarah as a resource and a community member. Um, and I guess I want to be pretty upfront about the decisions we made. One of the pillars of our community is radical transparency. And so, in making the decision to choose this line of oils, we knew that it was going to be more expensive because it's therapeutic. And listen, I have bought my fair share of cheap oils at TJ Maxx. Um,
We
and I'm
all
thankful.
have.
We all have, and I'm thankful for them. And I guess that's part of my message. If that's where you are right now, that's okay. We made the decision to go with a very high quality product that was very ethically sourced as a kind of sign to the universe that we trust in our abundance. Um, and because we wanted to make sure that everybody had that medically grade high quality. And the reality is that comes at a cost. Dragonfly, in trying to give everybody the most value for their money, we have thrown in a lot of when we talk about when Sarah was talking about the Bounce membership or the Thrive membership, those are contributions from our community to help expand the value. Don't get me wrong, the oils are worth their money. They're very high quality. I'm super excited to use them. They'll also go a lot further than, the cheap upfront price isn't always economical long term. Um, so Dragonfly has contributed, memberships, seats, all of that. And it's around this idea of, really allowing you, not just that you can have the spa experience at home, right? So you get the benefits of that wonderful smell and that setting of the mood and the parasympathetic system doing what it needs to do. Um, but also that it doesn't have to be a special event. We can bring that level of luxury and self-care and holistic healing into our everyday lives, and that's what this is about. The other thing I wanted to mention is obviously all of these are infused with Reiki. They are going to be infused with Sarah's Reiki, through Sarah, also through me, and also this will be part of what Our scholarship students, instead of paying money, they donate once they have the Reiki, they put the energy back into the community. And so they'll be sending as well to our grid, but also to these oils and the people using it so that you are getting the strength of Reiki from a community, not just one or two practitioners. And again, harnessing that strength of community. So, but I just really want to thank you, Sarah, for all the hard work. I can tell you folks that Sarah has put so much time into this, so much of herself and her husband as well, her whole family. You know, the family unit has sacrificed to help make this come true, and we're really excited to do our part at Dragonfly and kind of unroll it. And as Sarah was saying, this really is phase one. We've already in our last practitioners meeting on the I guess it wasn't the weekend on January 1st. The practitioners are already, making suggestions of what they'd like to see for next. So I would encourage you, if you do have anything that you'd like to see next, to let us know, whether in the comments here or shoot us an email. Um, and I, for one, am so excited for the classes that Sarah is going to come out that really helps take that knowledge of, not what ChatGPT can tell you, but that deep connection and knowledge to the energy and the potential. And again, Dragonfly is very inclusive of other modalities. Reiki plays well with everything. And this is just a great example of how you can take that self-care time, that time that you're in the energy, and just further amplify it. So thank you, Sarah. Great presentation.
Absolutely. And I do want to mention too, so with this cream here, you could easily stretch this past 6 months. So when I say a little bit goes a long way, that is part of the quality that these oils are. So is it an investment? Absolutely, but they will stretch. I can say that same thing with the mists and the diffuser blends and the oil and the roll-ons. So um yeah, and I'm thrilled. Thank you for helping make this dream come true, Amanda.
Listen, it's a win-win.
For
I just
sure.
wanted to say too, when you were talking about, for offices, I just wanted to share. So I am fortunate enough to have a big, beautiful log building as my law firm office. There's a couple of different businesses, but mostly it's a law firm. And, people walk in, it's a divorce. We do divorce and we do criminal, right? So a little bit of property. 99% of the people who show up are not having a lot of fun. And I can tell you that being a divorce lawyer isn't particularly fun most of the time. It's very, very hard on the health of the lawyers. There's a joke that there's no old family lawyers. That's because we die of cancer, heart attacks, and suicide. So part of what we did at my office when I came back into practice after my first round of cancer was we started being very intentional with setting up diffusers every morning. So we had a Reiki master, Charlene, some of you may know her. So she would go through my whole office every morning and set different blends, different smells, and send Reiki to all of them. They weren't, they were, a lot of them were Pam Allen LeBlanc's oils. Some of them were TJ Maxx's oils. There was a good mix of them there, I'm not going to lie. Um, but I will say that it is amazing. It's still amazing to see how when people walk into a place that they're nervous about or stressed about, the smell can snap them out of that doom spiral. It does. They walk in and it's almost like, and it grounds them. And people who are grounded make better decisions. They make better decisions on their file, on their lives, on how they react to someone who hurt them, like their ex or their children or friends, like all of that. It's a messy point in time. And I have seen the benefit of what these oils do for the clients and for your staff. So yes, they're an investment. But if you run any kind of office where there is a lot of stress for either the staff or your clients, you will see a difference and it will set you apart If you're looking to pull people in, it will absolutely set you apart. People talk about it all the time when they come to my building. I love coming here. Who loves coming to their lawyers? It's because it energetically and nose wise, so it just feels good. So, and Margaret Mary has her hands up, so I'll zip it.
Yeah, Margaret Mary.
I'm sorry, I might be jumping the gun. Is it time for questions or comments?
No questions, comments? We'll take them.
All right, well, I really, really appreciate as the next speaker in medical Reiki, that you're right before me because I do often recommend um, essential oils and various blends, and that we have our own line now is such a relief, given that I work in so many different time zones. And I was just on with a client who has a cancer diagnosis and was labeled terminal. And we're talking about the skin issues and that you have all these blends and creams and stuff to help support the skin during this time is really important. And that they are medical grade, therapeutic grade is really important. And, investing in yourself at the level you want to be invested in is because you matter and make a difference, is why Sarah is a part of this community. And a lot of what Sarah shared about herself applies to me. And you'll hear a little bit about it in the medical Reiki section next. So I'm so grateful because as I started this journey, it was like, how was I going to, because I'm not an expert like Sarah. I do know what I know, and I'm not an expert. And
I
it's
don't
like,
know if I would
oh,
say I'm an expert. I'm learning.
we'll spend the rest of our lives learning. But it's such a relief that I can focus on the medical Reiki and I have such a great collaborative community partner like Sarah to go, okay, this is what we're going to do, but you need to talk to Sarah. You got to look at this stuff. And I don't have to think about that. So it is a huge relief because it is holistic health. It is, complementary modalities in the medical Reiki realm. And Sarah really brings it, and that we have the support of Dragonfly to do this is really crucial in contributing to wellness in the world. So thank you, Sarah. And phew.
Thank you, Margaret Mary, and thank you, Amanda. So, one thing that I also kind of want to mention, I didn't really get into it at the very beginning, but I did kind of get the nudge that I should share it. Um, so, with the CPTSD, there is a lot of I've experienced a lot of sexual trauma, and one of the things that working with Reiki, deep breathing, and essential oils has helped me to do is really get me back into my body and be able to stay present and also experience intimacy. So, if that's something that you've experienced, I definitely recommend the Her Bundle. That bundle is for so many different uses. Okay. And as women, I think probably this might be a general statement, but I think probably most of us have experienced some form of SA, and being able to be in our bodies and experience true intimacy is so important. So, yeah. Are there any other questions, comments, anything anybody would like to ask in particular?
I'm just waiting to see if anyone else unmutes before by all means, if anyone has anything, go first.
I That was one thing I didn't know about you, Sarah. And yes, I've been experiencing that since I was 4 years of age. And being safe and connected and grounded was definitely not who I was. And it is who I am. And the essential oils were a critical part of it, along with the Reiki. And I did everything conventionally. I was a very compliant medical patient until I just couldn't be anymore. And so thank you for sharing that and being open and vulnerable and really, really authentic, because, I never want to trigger anybody. And, I, in my head, it was like, do I really say anything about this? And I was talking to a sibling about this because this was pervasive, ancestrally and generationally. And the sibling, as I said, I went to share this with my husband, and he didn't want to hear it because it doesn't matter. And my sister, in a grown woman in a very small child's voice, goes, "Oh yes, you do need to know this. Oh yes, you do." And it was just like, wow. But this is the healing um that is available, that makes it okay to talk about this, because there isn't anything wrong. It it contributed to myself being in the space that I am now and how I can contribute to others, and I make that available. And that's how come all of us bring our gifts, talents, and capabilities the way each of us does, and why it is collaboration. So I love you.
Absolutely.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for opening up and sharing that too. I know I kind of walk that fine line as far as no, feeling like maybe I should or shouldn't share. But I think with the way culture, we are the light bringers, right? We're bringing in a new age, and for us to just stay silent about it and not speak our truth and what we've experienced is not going to benefit the future that we want to build for younger generations. So thank you for sharing that. Um,
Um,
and then we have a question from Nahaiva. Nahaiva? Am I pronouncing it right? Can you buy the blends individually? So I would say that right now, with January's pricing, this is going to be probably the best opportunity for you to purchase them at like an individual level, if that makes sense. But Amanda, do you want to help with answering?
Yeah, so I think we're open to it. So one of the struggles, of course, is the shipping cost.
Hmm.
So if it wasn't for shipping, sure. What we were trying to do is make sure, use the boxes that the pre-shipping boxes in the US and kind of manage it around that. So and we still are in the process of setting up both the Etsy shop, and then there'll also be a dedicated shop through the new website. So maybe, I guess, is I mean, yes, but it may not make sense for you with the shipping costs. So we're still, for the blends, we figured out the shipping costs so we can be transparent about that. But with the individuals, we're still figuring it out. Um, so so keep checking, I guess, is the question. Eventually, yes, is the hope. There's also, I know we had talked about and haven't quite figured out exactly how it will look. An option to maybe pick, a three-pack, but pick your own, you know, um, build your own adventure kind of thing. Um, and then the other thing I wanted to say is that this is part of one of the next chapters for Dragonfly. This is the start of the next chapter for Dragonfly. Um, when I was, being told to create Dragonfly, it was very clear that we are to get, Reiki into Reiki goes with everything, and to really let it spread in all ways that the universe laid it in front of us, whether or not those made sense to us in the moment or not. Um, so we will be doing a whole store, and it will be about making purchases that improve your life and the people you love. I know that I am a hard person to buy for. And so I look forward to the day when I can say to people, here's my wish list. I want a femme. I want I want these different packages. We're also creating uh, Reiki sessions in a box that will have oils and will have pre-recorded meditations so that you can do them or you can give them. We're creating this whole flower shop idea, like don't send flowers, send Reiki. So this is the beginning of something great. And I cannot tell you as I sit here how it all is going to unfold, but I know that it's going to be wonderful. And I know that it's going to unfold exactly as it's supposed to be, and it's going to be a blessing in the lives of everybody that works on creating it. And again, that's the strength of this community. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
Did a great job.
Thank you.
And I just want to remind everybody, we are just regular people, right? Like we are not owned by the, same people that own Christian Mingle and Ashley Madison. Like we are just a bunch of individuals. I'm in my daughter's childhood bedroom. Margaret Mary's in her bedroom. Like we are just individuals, real people, trusting the universe and seeing where it all leads. So I thank you guys all.
Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them over. And if you have any orders, feel free to email what you're looking to purchase to admin@dragonflyreiki.me.
Yep, I'll put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. But yeah, as we get everything sorted out, the new site it'll be much easier. But in the short term, you can email in any questions if you need more details. We'll also probably be posting the slideshow itself because there's so much great information in that. So we'll make sure in the email that gets sent out after that you guys know um, how to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
now
much, everyone.